it will take? Because if it is so AWS administration, it will take 2 months, and Azure DevOps, it will take 3 months. Totally, it will take 4.5 to 5 months it will take. So first, before starting the session, let us fix our agenda. Before starting the session, let us fix our agenda. Okay. So this course is Azure Administration, Azure DevOps, both will be. The total duration of this course, it will take 4 to 5 months, around maybe 4.5 to 5 months it will take. Because if it is so AWS administration, it will take 2 months, and Azure DevOps, it will take 3 months. Totally, it will take 4.5 to 5 months it will take. So we are going to be start with Linux basics, and then we're going to be start Azure administration, Microsoft Azure administration. Then we're going to be start with what? Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps. So we're going to be start with our course Linux basics, and with what? Azure DevOps. Totally, it will take around maybe 4.5 to 5 months. This is exactly our course design. Okay. So before starting the session, let me introduce myself. Before starting the session, let me introduce myself. So my name is Maha. I have totally 15 years of experience in IT. My career starts as a Java developer. Starts with what? Java developer. Then I turn as a DevOps engineer from 5 years onwards. Totally, I have 15. From last 5 years onwards, I'm working as a senior DevOps engineer as well as cloud, AWS plus Azure, both. So this is exactly my profile. So before starting the session, I have 3 questions. What are the first question? What is an application? Second question, what is server? Third question, what is SDLC? First, let us understand these 3 questions. Then we move forwarding into the what is DevOps. Today we are going to be understand what is DevOps first. Tomorrow we're going to be understand, tomorrow session, we're going to be understand what is Azure. This is exactly for today and tomorrow. And today we're going to be understand what? We're going to be start understanding what DevOps. Before understanding DevOps, so we need to understand these 3 questions. What are the first question? What is an application? Second question is what? What is a server? Third question, what is SDLC? What is an application? Anybody help me? Application is nothing but what? A website. Application is nothing but what? Like a Flipkart kind of website, or book my show kind of application, Redbus kind of applications, whatever may be. Got it. What is an application? The working software which is written any programming like Java, .NET, Python, we are calling as what? Application. The working software which is written any programming, we call as what? Application. That application we are going to be placing on servers. We're going to be placing on servers. Once if you are placing on server side, then we are going to be accessing as a website. So I'll repeat one more time. What is an application? The working software which is written any programming, we call as an application. That application we are going to be placing on server side. Then we are going to be accessing our internet as a website. So, but what about SDLC? SDLC is a software development lifecycle. Each and every student know about it. But who don't know, please be focused. Everybody know about it. Who don't know, please focus what I'm discussing, guys, please. In SDLC, we have several stages like analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, and maintenance. By following these all the stages, we can produce an application to do business in internet. What is an SDLC? Software development lifecycle. By following these all stages, we can produce an application, and placing on server side, we can access our internet as what? Website. So if you want a Flipkart kind of applications or a Redbus kind of application, can able to build overnight in a single day? Because of I have a travel business, definitely. So do you require a website or not? Tell me. Do you require a website or not? Please tell me. Redbus kind of application. So can I able to get this Redbus kind of application overnight in a single day? Not possible. So we have to follow so many stages and so many stages like analysis, design, implementation. These are all the stages. It will take a lot of steps, a lot of stages. Even we can't be complete with one single day. We can't complete our apartment or a building. We have to follow so many stages. The same way to do business in internet, we require a website. We can't be do it in a single day. So we have to follow so many stages and so many phases. What are the first one, please? Analysis. Meaning analysis is nothing but what? Analysis is nothing but what? How exactly this login page, how exactly this registration page, we are going to be gathering information from the client. Based on gathering this information, it will be analysis. How exactly this login page, what is the purpose of this business, what is the business model, what exactly client wants, and each and everything, it will be analysis. After analysis, it will be design. Design is nothing but a plan. According to the plan, our developers will write a lines of code by using Java, .NET, Python, any program. Once if it is writing, whether it is software is working or not, we are going to be verifying what? Verifying by testers. Once if it is verified, we are going to be placing on hundreds of servers, we calling as what? Deployment. Once if it is placed, our applications on hundreds of servers, we can access over internet as what? A website. That's it. Whether this application is working or not, whether it is slowed down or not, we are going to be monitor continuously. We're going to be monitoring and maintenance. These are all stages: analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, maintenance. These are all stages which you are calling as what? SDLC. In SDLC, each and every IT employee, part of you and me, anybody, if you are working with an IT, you are part of this diagram. You may be developer, you're going to be writing code. You may be tester. You are going to be a Linux administrator, maybe DevOps engineer, maybe a Linux administrator, AWS admin. We are all part of this diagram. We are all together. We are producing an application. We are producing a software to do business in internet. Maybe developer can write code. Maybe testers can verify. But my question is, in this flow, where we are, what we are, that is we're going to be discussing right now. So while implementing this diagram as a DevOps engineer, what is exactly our roles and responsibilities? So DEV is nothing but what? Development. OPS is nothing but what? Operation. Now, development plus operations, we calling as what? DevOps. DevOps is a process. So our roles and responsibilities start from where? Dev environment. Ends with what? Operation. That means in this DevOps process, we are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, operations, and monitoring. But while implementing this DevOps process, we're part of coding, build, test, deploy, and operation. But to be frankly, we are not responsible write coding. We are not responsible writing test cases. What exactly we are going to be doing in this process? Just we are going to be implementing an automated transparent pipeline. From where? From dev environment to operation. This is exactly our roles and responsibilities in DevOps. But my question is, what is DevOps? Is it technology? Is it a technology like Java, .NET, Python? No. Answer is no. It is not a technology. It is a process. It is a process which you can implement from where? Dev environment to operation. While implementing this process, we need to follow set of rules. Which are all the rules? Those shortest time, high quality, low cost. This is an exactly DevOps process. For example, we are going to be implementing an automated process from dev environment to operations. Very good. So in this process, what developers will does please? So developers are continuously writing a lines of code by using Java, .NET, Python. These lines of code, we are going to be placing on hundreds of production services with an automatically. We are placing on hundreds of services. While delivering this hundreds of servers, while placing the software on hundreds of servers, make sure whether you are going to be delivering into hundreds of servers within a shortest time or not, with a high quality or not, with a low cost or not, is nothing but what DevOps process for our satisfaction. Let me repeat one more time. So what exactly we have developers are writing the lines of code. We are going to be delivering into production service within a shortest time with the high quality, with low cost, is nothing but what? DevOps process. As a DevOps engineer, what exactly we are going to be do here? We're going to be replacing complex pipeline with transparent pipeline. We're going to be replacing with what? Complex pipeline with transparent pipeline. As a DevOps engineer, we are going to be replacing with what? Complex pipeline with transparent pipeline. Sir, what is an exactly complex? Our SDLC process is a complex, which you understand early. What is SDLC? SDLC we are calling as what? Complex. So DevOps is we calling as what? Transparent. Sir, why SDLC is a complex? SDLC is a complex because if it is a manual process, from analysis to design implementation, testing to deploy, it is a manual process. Due to the manual process, if you got any issue to identification, it will take long time. For resolving issue also, it will take long time. If it is long time, definitely cost is increased, quality is decreased. We can't be delivered within a time. So this is a problem with what? Complex. To understand, one more time with another example. It is a water pipeline, a very, very big water pipeline. It is a closed water pipeline in the underground. So somewhere else it is a blockage. Somewhere else it is a blockage. Somewhere else it is a blockage. Can able to identify immediately? No. We require experts and we need to pay more salary, even though we can't identify immediately. Even after identifying, so to fix this issue, it will take long time. That's what we're calling as a complex. How exactly this complex? Same way this SDLC process also. But what we're expecting is, please, we want to replace with what? A transparent pipeline. Same, everything is same, but it is an automated, a transparent pipeline. So if we got same issue, so by one look itself, we can able to identify or not. Within a shortest time or not. Can able to give a solution within a shortest time or not, within no time or not. That means we can deliver shortest time, means the cost is reduced, quality is increased. So the same way our DevOps process also. So due to this transparent, due to this automation, if you got an issue, immediately we can able to identify. As soon as possible, we can able to give the solution. That means we can deliver a working software as soon as possible, as shortest as. Means quality is increased, cost is reduced. But actual DevOps process is look like this. The actual DevOps processes look like this only. In this DevOps process, we have a plan, coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, and operation. But in this DevOps process, we are responsible from where? Dev environment. Ends with what? Operation. That means we are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, and operations. And operations. And operations. But to be frankly, we are not a part of planning. We are not writing any coding. We are not writing any test cases. Sir, what exactly we can do here? Just we are going to be implementing an automated transparent pipeline from dev environment to operations. While delivering, we are going to be implementing an automated, a transparent pipeline within a shortest time, with the high quality, with low cost, low failure rate. So we are going to be implementing an automated, transparent pipeline from dev environment to operation, while delivering the lines of code which is written by developers into production environment. Make sure within a shortest time, with high quality, with low cost, low failure rate. It is nothing but what? DevOps process. But in this DevOps process, so we have so many stages, and each and every stage, what is the roles and responsibilities in each and every stage? Let us understand a little bit deeper. So in the first stage is what exactly? Dev environment. So how many developers are involved in here, please? The developers are writing. Who is responsible? The writing code by who? The developers is responsible writing a code or not by using any programming. The lines of code is written by who? Developer. But after writing the code is going to be maintaining by whom? DevOps engineer. I'll repeat. Writing is responsible by the developers. Maintenance is responsible by the DevOps engineer. But so we are the maintenance. As a DevOps engineer, we are going to be maintained. But how many developers source code? How many developers are working in the project? N number of developer source code. All developer source code, are we going to be maintaining separately or combining? And we should be mixed or not? We should be mixed, means combine. We are going to be integrating all developer source code continuously. Developers are continuously writing morning to evening, but we are continuously integrating. Continuously writing code, continuously integrating. This we calling as what? CI, continuous integration. Once if it is integrating continuously, whether it is working or not, we are going to be executing test cases, which is written by testers, not by you. Just we are going to be integrate here. Once if it is integrate, after making working software, we are going to be delivering into the release. How? Continuously we are going to be deliver. Means continuous integrating, making working software, continuously deliver. This is we calling as what? CI, CD, continuous integration, continuous delivery. Once if it is delivered, we are going to be placing on hundreds of servers. We're going to be placing on hundreds of servers. Once if you are placing hundreds of servers, we can access our internet as a website. So how many servers we are going to be handling, guys? Please tell me. One server or multiple servers only? Hundreds of servers. If it is one server, DevOps is not required. No need to learn DevOps. We are going to be handling hundreds of. That's what we are learning DevOps. Got it. This is entire process we calling as what? This entire process which you are calling as what? DevOps process. But to implement this DevOps process, which are all the tools say we're going to be learning as, please? We are going to be learning the tool stack name. Git we are going to be learning. Maven we are going to be learning. Jenkins we are going to be learning. JFrog we are going to be learning. SonarQube we are going to be learning. Ansible we are going to be learning. Ansible we are going to be learning. I think 1 second. One second, please. Please let it be open one more time. Git, we're going to be learning Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, Ansible, Microsoft Azure, Docker, Kubernetes, Vagrant, Nagios, Elk, and Terraform. So these are all the tools we are going to be learning for implementing our DevOps process. DevOps process, guys, please. But which are all the tools, in which place, how exactly we are using, let us understand one by one. Let us try to understand where we are going to be using in our DevOps process. Let us understand. Git is a version control, guys, please. So after writing the lines of code by developer, we are going to be maintaining. We are going to be maintaining in a Git version control. After maintaining the lines of code, we have to execute and build. We have to execute, build automatically by helping of Maven. And all developer source code, we are going to be integrating continuously, automatically by helping of Jenkins. Jenkins is an automation tool to integrate the entire CI/CD process. And JFrog is nothing but what? Delivery, release. Continuously delivering our application into release, where exactly JFrog. SonarQube is a code analyzer. SonarQube is a code analyzer. By helping of SonarQube, whether the developers are following standards or not, whether the developers are using right functions or not, it will be verified. So by helping of Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, we are going to be implementing CI/CD process. Not only implementing the CI/CD process, we are going to be repeating in Azure also. The same CI/CD we are repeating with Azure flow. Azure administration, Azure DevOps also we're going to be learning the same flow. Both two ways we are going to be learning the CI/CD. In raw way, in Azure also. Then, so after successfully release, we are going to be placing on hundreds of servers or not. These hundreds of servers, from where we can able to get it? These hundreds of servers, how exactly we can automate, guys, please? So for example, I'll repeat the question. So these hundreds of servers, how we can able to automate it? For example, I want to create a file 100 servers. And how? If you do manually, how much difficult? Please think about it. 100 servers. Just creating a file. I'm talking about just creating a file. 100 servers. It is not easy. But what we're expecting, please, a manual process, a manual configuration process replaced with what? An automated process done by whom? Configuration management. It's supporting by Ansible. We're going to be learning Ansible. It will take 4 weeks. CACD 4 weeks. Ansible itself 4 weeks. Azure 8 weeks. But these hundreds of servers, from where we can able to get it? Either physically or virtually or else cloud. Which cloud we're going to be learning? Azure cloud. From Azure, we can able to get hundreds of servers. On top of hundreds of servers, we can able to create an automated process by helping of Ansible. I'll repeat this point. So we are going to be getting hundreds of servers from where? Azure cloud. On hundreds of servers, we can able to automate it by helping of Ansible. Ansible is a management configuration management tool. That is different. Those servers cloud only. Client server itself a cloud. We're talking about not physical and only cloud service. The client server itself a cloud in cloud. Production service. Yeah, fine. So we can place our applications on where? Azure cloud. Azure cloud service. Or Azure client service. Production service. Whatever. So not only placing our applications on Azure servers, we can place our application Docker containers also. So Docker containers, very easy to deploy. Very easily placing our applications for doing a business in internet, very easy. What is the Docker container? Docker container is an isolated area which can place our applications very easily with the low cost. What is an application? Website. Okay. To understand this point, listen very carefully. So I think each and everybody know about these containers. What is the purpose of this container? Just transporting seafood, maybe fishes, prawns, whatever may be. How we are using these containers? The same way we are going to be using a Docker containers also. But here is we are transporting seafood. But here is we transporting product applications, websites, Java application, .NET. That is the difference. Same as it is. Both are using same features, the same functionality. But these containers can manage by single ship. These are all containers can manage by how many? Single ship. The same way, these are all Docker containers we can manage by Kubernetes. Kubernetes is like a ship. Docker is containers. So on a single ship, we have a multiple containers and each and every container one application, Java, .NET, Python applications. We're going to be learning Vagrant. Vagrant is a virtual provisioning tool. By using Vagrant, we can create a virtual machines in your laptop, in dev environment. We can install softwares also. We're going to be learning Nagios. Nagios is system monitoring. Elk is an application monitoring. We're going to be learning these two tools also. And Terraform. Terraform is a cross-cloud platform. By helping of Terraform, we can create a service in Azure or in AWS or Google. It is a cross-cloud platform. We can interact with any cloud, not only Azure. So by helping of these are all the tools. Yes. By helping of these are all the tools, we can implement this DevOps process. We can implement this DevOps process. While implementing this DevOps process, we require a infrastructure. I'll repeat one more time. Listen very carefully. By helping of these are all the tools, and we are going to be implementing DevOps process. So while implementing this DevOps process, we required a infrastructure. That infrastructure we are going to be getting from Azure. What is Azure? What exactly Azure? We're going to be understand by tomorrow's session, not for today. And what is the difference between Azure versus DevOps? Also, we are going to be discussing from tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow we're going to be discussing these points. How we are understanding for today DevOps, same way, we're going to be discussing tomorrow what is Azure. After understanding Azure, we can conclude what is the difference between Azure and DevOps. We can understand by tomorrow's session. Okay. Tomorrow we will meet with the same link. Okay, fine. But before taking your questions, please wait. Before taking your questions, let us revise this course. What exactly this course? What we are going to be? Let us revise this. It is complete DevOps plus Azure. Complete DevOps course plus complete Azure. It will be we calling as Azure administration plus Azure DevOps also. And with the Linux basics and shell script. Total duration is 5 months plus. 4.5 months to 5 months, maybe plus. So Linux basics will be covered. Yeah. Shell script will be covered as a prerequisition. No programming, Java, .NET, Python not required to join in this course. You require a laptop to practice daily with these configurations. Who can join in this course? Freshers can join in this course. Experience can join in this course. Any graduate also can join in this course. So daily recordings you will receive via Google Drive after payment. From date of registration, you can able to access up to 11 months. Resume preparation, interview question and answers for live real-time projects. 80% of soft materials I will be providing with you. Our course starts with very basic level, finish with an advanced level. So daily practical session, each and every day I'm implementing in front of you. The same thing you need to implement, same thing simulate in your laptop on daily basis by following my recordings. You can clarify questions and doubts in the same class and next class also. After completion of course, you will receive a certificate from our institute. Daily 1 hour session, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So Monday to Saturday classes. You're going to be paying instead of 12,000, 8,000 for this batch. For this batch only, So 8,000 fees only. Instead of 12,000, you're going to be paying 8,000 for this batch. So the 12,000, it will be the next batch onwards. So you're going to be paying 8,000 rupees for what? Complete DevOps, for complete Azure, for daily recording session. You're going to be paying 8,000 rupees for these three. So if you want to talk to our admin, please call to our admin 9297 regarding our meeting links or communication for until completing of this course. You have to approach this number only, either recording issues or whatever may be. Or admin kind of questions, please talk to this number. And this is a course content link, please. What I'm going to be covered in this 5 months, you can review, you can able to get it from here. So AWS DevOps content, what I'm going to be covered. Azure content, what I'm going to be covered. So you please be open these links. Double click on it, it will be open this. So please, each and every student, please take one photo. So I'm going to be sharing anyway. So please take it from chat box or else take one photo. So open mobile and take one snap, please. It will be further, it will be. And for future communication, it will be helping you, please. Clear? All of you understood? Any questions, please? Do you have any questions right now? I'm waiting for your questions right now, please. No, Deepak, no. Yes, each and every session is a practical oriented session, not like this PPT presentation. Demos mean to understand what is the DevOps, what is AWS, I need to clarify. But once if it start regular session, we are going to be implementing every day practically. So for example, Ansible. So every class we are understanding the concept, the theoretical explanation, we're going to write down the notes. Then the same thing after understanding theoretically, the same thing we're going to implement practically. Start from the scratch. Slowly we are going to be increase criticality and each and every functionality by hand we'll do one project. Like Ansible, like CI/CD, like Docker and Kubernetes, like in Azure also. Yeah. For live real-time project means what? Not for putting resume. We're going to implement what exactly task you're doing in real time in your job. That we are going to be project. So don't assume, sir, for project can able to keep in resume. The different case. And I will teach you that I will tell you how to prepare resume. That is the second thing. Anand, I think you hope you understood me. Okay. Yeah. Is there any other questions, please? Is there any other questions, please, online students? Sir, I have a 4 years of experience in .NET. I'm thinking to take AWS and Azure both courses. Will be benefited is both courses and it is possible to take a both at same time. But I recommend one cloud. I recommend both. And yeah, full and 4 weeks and Kubernetes Docker we're going to be learning Lila 4 weeks, 1 month. It will take 5 months. That's what fees is heavily. So compared to other batches, my fees is 12,000. Why? Because of we are spending 5 months. That's the reason the fees are different. CI/CD continuously writing coding. Developers are continually writing. We need to place in production environment instead of manual process, automate process. That's the DevOps. So the lines of code, registration page, login page, some task or what I may be completing in dev environment. Am I right or wrong? That we going to be placing on production with an automated way. That is we calling a CI/CD. Maybe Terraform is only, so how much we require, we discussing not fully. Okay, fine. But it will take 5 to 6 classes Terraform. Fine. So Ashwin, please. So for your question, so I recommend both Azure plus AWS, but I recommend one after another, but not parallelly. If you are perfect in one cloud, remaining cloud very easy to learn. So either Azure or AWS, you can choose anyone. I recommend both, but not parallelly. One after another better. Or else choose one cloud. For example, either Azure DevOps or else AWS DevOps enough. Anyone. After getting a job, please look for Azure. Or else after look for AWS. Better way. But DevOps is very important. Common point is DevOps and either DevOps AWS or DevOps Azure. Anyone you choose it. One is enough. Once stepping into the company, then look for other cloud. That is a better way. Not same. Is tomorrow session will be same? At the same time, yes, Ashwin, same time, same link. But tomorrow we're going to be understand what is Azure. How we understand for today DevOps, tomorrow we're going to be discussing about Azure. DevOps Azure is the sequence, one after another. Same session, it is a sequence. You are attending only one class per day, one after another. Not parallel. We're going to be discuss first Linux basic, then Azure, then DevOps. It is a sequence, no hurry burry. We have enough time. Yeah. Sir, why are you taking those 5 months? Few syllabus, few tools, and we need to understand practically each and every tool, starting to ending. That's what. And each and every module it will take 4 weeks. Totally, we are going to be having 6 weeks. Sorry, 6 modules. We need to cover at least within a 5 months, 5 to 5 months, 5.5 months. That's what the fees is also very high. So not in 2 months, we can't be complete within 2 months. So we should be thinking about it. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So we'll be continue on tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, that's what Leela. Linux basic, then Azure, then DevOps. Azure DevOps. Yes. First Linux, then Azure, then DevOps. Azure DevOps. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So we'll be continue by tomorrow onwards. Thanks a lot. Do you have any other questions? Don't worry. So still keep in your mind. We can discuss by tomorrow also. Tomorrow more clarification, because what is Azure? What is the difference between Azure and DevOps? We can understand by tomorrow's session. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. See you. So we understood in the last session what is DevOps. Today, we are going to be discussing about Azure. So before starting this session, let us fix our agenda. Let us fix our agenda. Let us fix our agenda, guys, please. Let us fix our agenda. So today, we are going to be discussing about what is Azure. What is Azure, please? What is Azure? In the last session, we understood very clearly what is DevOps. So in this session, we are going to be discussing about what is Azure. And by end of this session, we are going to be conclude what is the difference between DevOps and Azure. So this is an exactly our today agenda. This is an exactly our today agenda. Fine. So before starting the session, let us revise in the last session. Then we will be continue with what is Azure for today. What is Azure for today? So first, let us start with DevOps. Ends with what? Azure. Firstly, so before starting this session, I have three questions, you know very well. So what is the first question, please? Application. What is an application? Anybody help me? Application is nothing but what? A website. Application is equal to website. Application is equal to website. Application is equal to website. So what is an application? The working software which is written any programming language. Rajesh, please listen. So what is an application, please? The working software which is written any programming, we call as what? Application. That application we are going to be placing on servers. We're going to be placing on servers. Once if it is placing on servers, we can able to access over internet as what? Website. I'll repeat. So what is an application? The working software which is written any programming, we call as an application. That application we are going to be placing on server side. we're going to be placing on server side. Once if you are placing on server side, we are going to be accessing our internet as what? Website. And what about SDLC? SDLC is nothing but what? Software development life cycle. What is SDLC? Software development life cycle. In SDLC, we have several stages like analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, and maintenance. In this SDLC, we have several stages: analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, maintenance. For example, to produce a Flipkart kind of application, if you want a Flipkart kind of application, can we able to build overnight in a single day? No. But how many stages we need to follow? These many stages. What are the first stage, guys, please? Analysis means what? How exactly this login page, registration page, what is the business, what type of business? We are gonna be gathering information. Based on this information, it will be analysis. Once if it is analysis, it will be design. Design is nothing but what? Plan. According to the plan, our developers will write a lines of code, which we calling a software. Whether the software is working or not, we're going to be verifying by testers. Once if it is verify the testers, we're going to be placing on hundreds of servers. Placing our hundreds of servers, we calling as what? Deployment. Once if it is deploying on hundreds of servers, we are going to be accessing our internet as a website. So that's it. No, whether it is an application is working or not, we are keep on monitoring and maintenance. These are all the stages we are calling as what? SDLC. In this SDLC, testers are working, developers are working, DevOps engineer working, AWS admins are working. All people are working here. All people are working here. But in this SDLC, developer may work, tester may work, but what exactly DevOps engineer does here? As a DevOps engineer, what is roles and responsibilities we're going to be discussing right now. So firstly, what is the DEV, please? Development, software development. What is OPS, please? Operations. The combination of software development plus operation, we call as what? DevOps. We call as what? DevOps. We call as what? DevOps. So as a DevOps engineer, that means as a DevOps engineer, our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with operations. Starts with dev environment, ends with operations. That means we are part of coding, build, test, release, deploy, and operation. But to be frankly, we are not writing any coding. We are not writing any test cases. Just what exactly we're doing is, please, just we are going to be implementing an automated DevOps process. Tell me what is a DevOps, please. Anybody help me? DevOps is a process. DevOps is a process. DevOps is a process. It is not a technology like a Java, .NET, Python. It is not a technology. DevOps is a process. We are going to be implementing DevOps process from dev environment to operations. While implementing this DevOps automation process, we have to follow some rules and regulations. Which are all the rules? Shortest time, high quality, low cost. So I'll repeat one more time, listen very carefully. DevOps is a process which we are going to be implementing from dev environment to operations. In dev environment, so developers are keep on writing the lines of code. This code we are going to be making working software. We are going to be delivering into the hundreds of servers. We're going to be delivering into hundreds of production servers. We're going to be delivering into hundreds of production servers. So while delivering working software from dev environment to production environment, we have to follow some rules. Which are all the rules? Within a shortest time, with high quality, with low cost. With low cost is nothing but what? DevOps. But actual DevOps process, actually what we are going to be doing, guys, please, once if you're stepping into the company, our roles and responsibilities are, as a DevOps engineer, we are going to be replacing with a complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. We're going to be replacing with what? Complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. We're going to be replacing with what? Complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. Sir, what is in exactly complex? What is in exactly transparent? SDLC is a complex. So DevOps is a transparent. Sir, why we are calling SDLC as a complex? Because of it is a manual process. Because of it is a manual process. Due to this manual process, if we got any issue, any problem in the middle, for identification, it will take long time. For resolving issue also, it will take long time. That's the reason we are calling as a complex pipeline, just like your water pipeline. But we are going to be replacing with what? DevOps transparent pipeline. Everything is an automated. Everything is a transparent. Even though if you got any issue in the middle, easily we can able to identify. Easily we can able to resolve. Easily we can able to resolve. So as a DevOps engineer, so actual DevOps process we are going to be implement this. The actual DevOps transparent pipeline, we are going to be implementing this way. The actual DevOps transparent pipeline, this. In this, we have a plan, coding, integration, test, release, deploy, and operations. In this DevOps transparent pipeline, so our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with what? Operations. Starts with what? Coding, ends with what? Operations. That means we are not part of planning. We are not writing any coding. We are not writing any test cases. Just we are going to be implementing an automated transparent pipeline from dev environment to operations. Dev environment to operation. That means we are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, operations. So in real case, what will happen? Developers are continuously writing a code. This code we are calling as what? Software. This code we are going to be placing on hundreds of servers. While we are delivering working software into production servers with an automated process, the working software, while we delivering into our production servers, make sure whether you are delivering with the automated way or not, with the transparent way or not, within a shortest time or not, with the high quality or not, with low cost, with low failure rate. is nothing but what? Is nothing but what? DevOps. Is nothing but what? DevOps. Is nothing but what? DevOps. So for implementing this DevOps process, we are going to be learning some tool stack. We are going to be learning some tool stack. Which are all the tool stack we're going to be learning? Git we are going to be learning. Maven we are going to be learning. Jenkins we are going to be learning. JFrog we are going to be learning. SonarQube we are going to be learning. Ansible we are going to be learning. Azure Cloud we are going to be learning. Docker, Kubernetes, Vagrant, Negios, Elk, Elastic, Logstacks, Kibana, Terraform. These are all the tools we are going to be learning while implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline. Okay. By using these are all the tools, we are going to be implementing CI, continuous integration, making working software. We are going to be deliver continuous integration, continuous deliver. Once if it is deliver from release, we are going to be placing on hundreds of servers with an automated way. This entire process with an automated way. So we are going to be placing our application, means website, on a hundreds of servers on automated. But my question is, these hundreds of servers, how many ways we can able to get it? These hundreds of servers. So from where we can able to get it? So for implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, we required a infrastructure. On top of infrastructure means on hundreds of servers, we are going to be placing our application. Sir, what is an application? Please let me know. What is an application? Anybody help me? The beginning of the session we discussed it, am I right? What is an application? Please, anybody help me? What is an application, please? A website, am I right? Application is nothing but what? A website. The working software which is written any programming, we call as what? Application. We call as what? Applications. So to maintaining this application, for deploying our application, we required infrastructure. Sir, what is infrastructure? Anybody help me? What is an exactly infrastructure, please? What is infrastructure? Please tell me. Anybody help me? What is infrastructure? Yeah, collection of hardware. Very good and excellent. Yeah, collection of hardware. Excellent. Like a computer. Yes, good, very good. Right. For our understanding, what is infrastructure? For example, to conduct this session, this is an online session or offline session, whatever may be. It's required infrastructure or not? Maybe TV, laptops, chairs, water bottle, tables, AC, fans, lights. These are all infrastructure to conduct this an online session or offline session DevOps classes. Same way, for maintaining our applications, for deploying our websites, what kind of infrastructure we require? Majorly required servers. Majorly it's required what? Servers. Networks. Database. Storage. And so on. And Suvan guys, please. And Suvan, please. So these are all major infrastructure is required. These are all major infrastructure is required. This is major infrastructure is required. But how many ways we can able to get this infrastructure? How many ways to get infrastructure? Please tell me. How many ways we can able to get this infrastructure? Either physical environment or virtual environment or cloud environment or cloud environment, either physically, virtually or cloud. So we are going to be getting a cloud infrastructure, either servers, the network, storage, a database, and we are going to be maintaining our applications on. But tell me, what is the cloud, please? The cloud is nothing but what? Internet. But my question is, what is a cloud computing? What is a cloud computing? What is a cloud computing, please? So what is a cloud computing? So if you can access remote placed resources over internet is nothing but what? Cloud computing. First, let us understand what is a computing for. What is a computing, please? RAM, CPU, hard disk. In your laptop or no? That's what we're calling as a computer. Your desktop or a laptop has a computing power. That's what we're calling as what? Computer. The computing power is nothing but hardware, which you have the collection of hardware in your laptop, we calling as computing power. That's what we're calling as a computer. So the computer, how exactly your laptop has a computing power, the same kind of computing power, if you can able to access over internet from your laptop, is nothing but a cloud computing. Very simple words. But let us try to understand. Let us try to understand, please. What is a cloud computing? What is a cloud computing, please? So the remote placed resources over internet from a laptop, if you can able to access or a control, is nothing but what? Cloud computing. Is nothing but what? Cloud computing. First, let us try to understand what is a data center. What is a data center? What is a data center? The data center is what? The huge computing power keeping in a rack was in a big room. We calling as what? Data center. These data centers are existing physically. We can able to see, we can able to touch, like our building. These data centers are located in different geographical locations. In Mumbai, in Hyderabad, in US, in Singapore, in UK, in Malaysia, in Sydney. So many places these data centers are located physically. We can able to see, we can able to touch. From these data centers. From these data centers, if you can access a server, a network, a storage, a database over internet from your laptop, is nothing but what? Cloud computing. What is a cloud computing, please? Anybody help me in the chat box? If you can able to access remote placed resources, remote means what? US, Singapore, Malaysia, Mumbai. Resources means what? Resources means what? Server databases. We calling as what? Resources. Remote placed resources, either server, network, storage, database. If we can able to access, control over internet from your laptop is nothing but what? Cloud computing. We can able to get a cloud computing. We can able to get a cloud computing, guys, please. Cloud computing, guys, please. Any cloud is a rental based. By using cloud, we can able to get an infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure? Rental based infrastructure, just for deploying our applications. A Flipkart kind of application, Facebook kind of applications, Redbus kind of application, Book My Show kind of applications. Just for deploying our applications, we are going to be getting a rental based infrastructure. We're not buying anything, and by using cloud, we are not buying anything. We are going to be getting a rental based infrastructure only. We're going to be getting what? Rental based infrastructure only. We are not buying anything. We are going to be getting what? Rental based infrastructure by using cloud. For our understanding, which is easy for you, please build then use and select then use. Which is easy for you, please build then use and select then use, please. Which is easy for you, please? Select then use. So just for deploying our applications, instead of buying servers, we're going to be taking a rental service. That is in exactly what? Cloud. So to understand this point, so for example, you want to reach your railway station. Just for reaching a railway station, are you really buying a 10 lakhs of rupees of car? So I want to reach a railway station, buy a car. I have two options. One is buying car, another is what? Rental car. Which is easy for you? Buying car, rental car. So if you book a Wala cab, within 10 minutes, the car is available at a doorstep. Getting into the car, reaching your railway station, what are the tariff you're going to be paid? Either 500 rupees or whatever maybe. But if you want to buy a car, what will happen? We need to pay 100% amount, mean 10 lakhs. Then RC copy, driving license, pollution check. You need to drive your car. You need to maintain every month. Maintenance charges also. The same scenario just for deploying our application, just for maintaining our applications, just for maintaining our applications. Are you really buying a server? No. We are going to be getting for what? Rental servers. Rental servers. So instead of buying servers, we're going to be getting what? Rental servers, and easily we are going to be deploying our application. For example, you want to buy a server. What will happen? If you buy a server, where we can able to keep in a big room that we're calling as a data center. Who will pay the rent for every month? For these data centers. So huge cost for rental every month for this room, big rooms. And maintenance cost is like AC bill, current bill, employee salaries every month. So buying servers is very easy, but maintenance is very difficult. So without facing these are all the problems, the companies so looking for what? Cloud infrastructure, cloud services, either infrastructure, whatever may be. So this is what exactly cloud. Any cloud, following any cloud using these rules and regulations. Any cloud, by using any cloud, we can able to get a infrastructure as a rental base, either by Azure or by AWS or a Google. These three are leading cloud providers. These three are leading cloud providers. First one is Azure, AWS. Second one is Azure. Third place is Google. But we are going to be learning in this Azure. We're going to be learning what? Azure. Azure, Microsoft Azure is what exactly? Cloud provider. Cloud provider. By helping of Azure, we can able to get a infrastructure. Infrastructure, whatever may be. Infrastructure. By helping of this infrastructure, we can deploy our applications by helping of DevOps process. While implementing this DevOps process, we're going to be learning these are all the tools. Okay, fine. We're going to be learning Azure administration. So by helping of Azure, we can able to get a infrastructure as a rental base. And easily we are going to be deploying our application by using DevOps process. Excellent. Okay. So why Microsoft Azure? Microsoft Azure is 5 times cheaper than AWS. It is cheaper than AWS. That's what it is. Slightly it is near to the AWS. Then. So we can save through Microsoft licensing cost. It is a Microsoft product. Azure is a Microsoft product. So we are using any Microsoft related products like an MS Office, like Windows related operating system, or in Windows kind of any product, we can able to reduce the more cost. And more than 95 companies are using 25 more companies. Right now it is increasing to use Microsoft products. So by using Microsoft Azure, we can able to infrastructure either computing power, storage, databases, network. By helping of Azure, we can able to get a computing power, storage, database, network. As what exactly? Pay as you go model means rental based. As a rental based, it is the second largest cloud provider in the market. First is what? AWS. Second provider is what? Microsoft Azure. So by helping of Azure, we can able to get a, these are all the computing, these are all infrastructure. So by using computing power, we can able to get a servers. By using network, we can able to create a virtual networks, storage, databases, and management identity. So these are all the models we are going to be discussing. So servers is nothing but what? So computing power. Servers is nothing but what? Computing power, network, databases, storage. So these are all the services we are going to be getting from where? Cloud. From where exactly? Cloud. So under these modules, we're going to be discussing so many services. Under computing power, we're going to be discussing so many. On networking, we're going to be discussing so many services. And storage, we're going to be databases, we are going to be discussing so many services. And user management, identity access management, and billing cost account. These are all the services we are going to be discussing, guys, please. So what is the computing, please? Networking means by using network, we can able to create a networking. So by using network, we can able to create a virtual network. On top of it, we are going to be creating a servers, and then we are going to be getting a storages and databases, and then identity. So these are all the models we are going to be using and deploying our applications very easily. To understand this point, so listen very carefully. So by using cloud, first we are going to be creating what? Networking. Just assume it is a network. Yeah. In a cloud, in a virtual form, please. We're going to be creating a virtual network in a Azure cloud. So after creating network, we are going to be creating what? Servers. Like a virtual machines, whatever may be. After creating virtual machines means on cloud computing, we're going to be deploying our applications. It might be Flipkart applications or whatever it may be. We're creating n number of servers. On top of it, we're going to be placing our applications and servers. And our customer information, we're going to be placing on databases. So network, on top of network, we're going to be creating application servers and databases. Our Flipkart kind of application we are maintaining on where exactly application servers and database we are maintaining our customer information like email address, phone number, customer IDs, login information, each and everything. If we have additional information like files or movies, whatever, maybe larger files, we are going to be maintaining an external storage. An external storage. So by helping of cloud, by helping of this Azure cloud, easily we can able to deploy our applications. So today we understood very clearly what is DevOps, what is cloud, we understood very clearly. Okay. So what is the difference between these two, Azure and DevOps, please? So by using DevOps, we are going to be implementing an automated process by helping of these are all the tools we understood very clearly. But while implementing this DevOps process, we required a infrastructure. That infrastructure we're going to be getting from where exactly? Azure as a rental based. What we understand for today's session, please? We can deploy. What we understand for today, we can deploy our applications. Application is nothing but what? Website. We can deploy our applications on hundreds of Azure cloud infrastructure, by using DevOps process. This is the one line sentence we understood for today. So we are going to be learning. We are going to be learning first Linux basics, then Azure administration, then Azure DevOps. So this is the flow. Okay. So before taking your questions, so let us overview of this session, overview of this course. Some of the new students we have, that's what let them benefit. We discussed already last session, but let us revise one more time. So DevOps, this course is designed with what? DevOps plus Azure, Linux basics, shell script. So total duration is what? 5 months. Okay. So prerequisition Linux basic that I will be covered. Shell script that I will be covered. No programming, Java, .NET not required. You required a laptop with this configuration for daily practice. You can join as a fresher, as an experienced student. Yeah. Any graduate can join in this course. Yes. Daily recordings will receive after the payment via Google Drive. From date of registration, you're going to be accessing 11 months. Resume preparation, interview question and answers, 4 live real-time projects. 80% of software material, yes, I'm going to be providing with you. Our course starts with very basic and it finishes with what? Advanced level. So each and every session is a practically oriented sessions. So after completion of course, you will receive a certificate from our institute. Daily 1 hour session, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Classes are Monday to Saturday. Sometimes we have a Sundays also. Prior to one day, I'll informing you. You're going to be paying for this batch 8,000. It is you're going to be discount for what? 4,000. Actual fees is what? 12,000. For this batch only 4,000 reduced. You're going to be paying 8,000 rupees for full DevOps, for full Azure, for daily recording sessions. So do you want to talk to admin like 9297 929777. Please call this number for regarding payments or if how to pay, how to